who I'm sorry, this is a course of summer school Java object-oriented programming. Okay, so I'm creating this video just because somebody who's coming for later on they trying to understand what's happening in the previous session, and then what will be our oral plan, and where is the resource, how we can do it, and why we can do it, and how do you have added option sub special case. That's things I'm trying to cover as quick as possible. So if I'm sorry for Java EE course, if who's get this link, then it's not for them. It is for Java object oriented course, because currently IT department, I'm sorry about that, IT department didn't open the channel for us. I'm currently using my channel to record this video for provide your other students. So sorry about that. If there is a Java EE students coming, it's not for you. Okay. I recently later on, maybe 2 or 3 days later, I will remove this video, but I'm trying to use this channel. Okay, so what I'm trying to explain them, this Java EE course is actually we trying to use fundamental level of the Java Oracle Academy resource. Then I also created some account. There is a then some student, what's your name? Dawlet is help us create this WhatsApp chat. So we will be frequently some resource if there is a if we needed to contact with them, then we needed to use this chat. So please contact with if you want to join this WhatsApp group. I mean during this time, because I cannot access the deal, so that's the reason I have to use this account, right? So what does Oracle account? Actually, Oracle Academy, we IT universities member of Oracle Academy, so we can able to legally teaching the student by the resource. So there's a very good resource for international level. So it's already been proven. So we can, I think I using to account to you also, get benefit the better resource. So what we can do is you needed to get the account. For example, this is for you just need to write your name and first name, family name. Why is important? Because later on there is something criteria I can checking on what kind of things you did it, how many times. I can able to check this in the platform, so you can check your performance as well. So then what's the Oracle Academy? When you have to log in with the second option, student hub. So when you start the student hub, you need to, for example, I'm using, for example, one of the student, for example, this one. I'm not trying to use, but I'm trying to. Then this is initial password is Oracle Academy, right? So I also get this password, copy pass. Then you have a chance to change the password. They ask you the password. Then after that, the account is belong to you. If something happen, you cannot use it, or something phrased, then you needed to contact me. Then I will be open, unlock for you. They will be, if you use same time 2 accounts, same time your account will be phrased. It's happening all the time. So don't try to cross the account use same time. I mean, it's not good for you. So what's the Oracle account for you? Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to use my instructor account. let me demonstrate what you have. So actually, when you open your student account, you will get such kind of option, subject, then you can able to enter inside each of the subject and content. So basically, that's your channel, the Oracle Academy. What you can do is you need to, that's a zero section is kind of introduction, basically overview of your resource. So it's not important. You need to start from the section 2. So there is an introduction, of course, basically how is the Java related to, it's as a program language related to basic stuff, sentence, if else, would, loop, such things, as well as, its main topic is object-oriented concept, polymorphism, inheritance, such things. And because some students coming from the C++ background still didn't learn Java, that's the reason. For example, let's just go through this one. If start from section 2, section 3, position, object, argument, procedure, randomization. Each subject, you need to get familiar with that. And after that is control statement, function, what's a control statement, if else, something like this. Then while, if do while, then variable, keyword control, then declaration, for example, for Java package or class, something, syntax. Then each section has one, two queues. For example, in this the second section has 2 queues. Third section has 1 queues. 5. All of them is you have to you have a 7 queues, right? As well as you have a 2 project, and then each section. You have some, for example, let's open one of the, section, right? There is a, you can resource, you can download the PDF. Then first one is a lecture, second was your lab. So in the future, when the deal is available, of course, your deal is now available, but for me is not, still didn't add me, so you cannot see the resource, but you can directly get this resource here. So basically, this is a lecture, this is a practice. You can open it, try to learn try to learn by yourself the PDF lecture. Even I can provide a video link, but I hope you nobody will be see it video report, but I hope you will be safe yourself. Then try to learn, because you have to pass your queues. That should be useful. Then let's see this example. This is a typical presentation for how is a lesson going on. This is basically the main objective in this course, define parameter, how they define method. So basically how you write this program, then in order to divide this simple logic unit in the method, you can then understand what's the inheritance. This is kind of concept of the OOP, right? So property of the object, because object has attributes, that's property. Purpose of the variable, definition term. So this is basically, that's a kind of material, step by step. They will be, you go through the try to learn. If you, right. Then after that, then practice. In practice, they have a very specific step. Can follow on, for example. Of course, there is some lab. There has some conceptual things. So it is try to identify do you familiar with your concept or not. Then after that, you have something specific task. Try to solve it. But here's not too much things you can do it, but Let's say another option. Let's say something very specific option. Example. Let's say do while or something doing the programmatic way to, let's say, okay. No. Okay, now I'm entering this one, then scroll down. Let's say, for example, this one, loop variable. And then what's the practice is actually there is something practice you can do it. At last you can analyze it. Here's say this is why is it infinite loop here, because the eyes doesn't change. They define the variable, but after it doesn't change. So that's the reason they never stop. You never stop this programming. And also this one, eyes smaller than this one, then this will be do something logic, right? So it's kind of this part of the code it's able to finishable. This part is infinite loop, right? So you can able to analyze this one while you defend me. At least you understand what is it. It's very simple, but yeah, there is later on you have a project. So that's a practice. I will be put you basically 3 stream. I mean, because we have to close three part of the exam. Then in order to get this final, I mean, RQ1, RQ2, and then final. So basically RQ1, you needed to do kind of for file lab, then RQ2's for file lab, then final is a project. There's a 2 project, as well as, you know, but also you can take the cues. You can take the cues, then if you then later on, if you passed all the cues, then and also include 2 exam, 7 cues, 9 tests, then you will be get certificate. So if you think it is a too easy, then you don't too much expectation, then you just pass your you know, queues, then there should be appear when you finished all of the queues, there's a appear one button, it's certificate, and so then you can download certificate, then send it to me. Then after that I can change your name, then the certificate should be belong to you. Then at best when you get certificate, they will make sure you will be get 70 or 75. Okay, so based on your, if you're on time, you will be get 75. If you delay, you will be get 70. So make sure you can lose nothing. But if you get more, you have to do practice. Then if you do the project, you will be, you know, possibly get higher point. Right? So that's the basic idea of the whole 6 week of the whole course, summer course. I hope you enjoy it. I will be there from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Thursday. From 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock. It's basically that's the plan for you. Need to come to 1 times, but don't think you just come here, just stay here. I mean, you have to do something. I try to help you out if you have a question. I also quietly stay here, so maybe I learn my own stuff. Maybe you can do your own. Then when I can assist you. That's a typical, you know, process. And then yeah, you can sometimes miss this course, and then cannot come to this classroom, but I will be give a little bit extension time for you. Then you can able to, you know, but you have to send me video report. What's video report? Just open your microphone, demonstrate the screen, do your coders, your explanation very clear logically, then make sure you understand this topic and the subject, then you can upload to YouTube, send me the open accessible to URL to me in the chat, the Teams. Later on we have a chat, we have a channel. You don't necessarily send me publicly, just send privately. Then I can directly access it, no problem. Basically, you can get sufficient point. So that's our plan. I hope you will be join later on. Today is just 4 people, but I hope others, if they is coming, they will be understand what's happening next time. What's the plan? So we don't necessarily repeat each time if you are coming to, coming too late. So yeah, that's all question. That's all our solution. Our plan will be shown in the deal. Now we don't have without deal, but we have account. You can able to access your resource. You can start doing. Basically, the plan is ERKI 1 will be closed June of 30, but I can extend to 3 or 4 days, no problem, because of the we start later. Then ERKI 2 is around after that 1 week later. Then final is because basically the calendar show us in the we can able to face to face in the July of 20 the official hour, but actually deadline is in the 23. Once you missed it to 20, but you have a chance to send me a video report. You prove that you can, or you can find me somewhere else. I'm not in this classroom, but you can find me in the university, in the innovation center, or sometimes mostly I will stay in the. I can quietly find some place to work my personal things. So yeah, even though you can find me in I live in the very close place in the IT, so you can able to find me. So it is we can handle it, right? So either you can get certificate or you can do it by yours, prove it your knowledge, then you can get higher point. So that's some scope. Okay. I hope you have question. We can discuss whatever whenever you come to me face to face. Okay. So that's the solution.